Sagittarius. The cards are all pre-shuffled, so I'm going to set some things down. Ooh, that is some dark energy you've got going on here. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't always assume that just because a lot of strange cards are coming out that it's all bad. So let's see. Your overall energy. You're a King of Wands. Well, yes, you are, Sag. You are indeed a King of Wands. You are an extremely attractive person. And I don't necessarily mean that, you're winning beauty contests. You may or may not be. But there's something that's so magnetic about you that people just want to know you. They want to be in your life. They just can't help but gravitate to you. But you don't need anybody. You're a king. And it's so funny, though, you're also a Queen of Wands. So, even though you don't need... And, it's not like they're upside down and one of these energies is competing with the other. You actually have it in you to also share intimately with someone on that passionate and forceful way that that only someone with strong fire wand energy can. It's magical. It really is. It's almost like a magic wand that you wield over people. And I think that you're hoping that the worst is over with your person. Something must have happened. Perhaps you're looking to start over with your person, or the thing is that, so in the upright, this would mean that you're ready. There's nowhere to go but up from here because it was that bad, right? And it doesn't mean the opposite for me. If you've been watching my readings, I look at, these types of reverse energies more as potential energies or concerns or fears. Oh. Well, as soon as I said fear, I felt something in my body. So I'm going to say you're afraid that the worst could happen. Oh. The worst could happen. Huh. Okay, well, let's see what's going on. I have a feeling the verticals will give us more information on this. You're afraid of toxicity in the relationship. You're afraid this person could be toxic for you. There's a lot of... You fear that your person is being false or not being... wearing a mask of some kind where you're having to guess who they are. Well, again, I like to see what the verticals have to say before I come to any conclusion here, because, there doesn't seem to be anything... like, why would you even want this if you fear the worst will happen, it could be toxic, and that the person is being false with you? So, okay. Well, anyhow, let's move right along. Or, I'm gonna also... okay, I'm gonna keep moving on. All right. So, I don't think you want to be in a social situation with your person either. So, Does that mean you want to have a one-on-one to check this out? Or, I mean, you're prepared to be intimate with your action, you know, to take action with your person, I guess. Well, gosh, the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, that's an interesting quandary. You're worried that it's going to take a transformation. You don't want to have to choose. But you do see victory and you do see union. Huh. Okay, let me look at the verticals for a second here. Maybe it's coming together in a social setting could spell disaster, and you don't want to have to choose. Huh. Okay, so it looks to me like maybe this just has to do with being in a situation with multiple people. These are positive cards, so what's going on here? You want to avoid a toxic situation. I don't think you think your person is toxic, but because you see taking actions that end in victory with your person. You want to come together in union with your person, but you fear what it would take to get there. Huh. You know, I have an extra deck when that I have on the side here. I'm gonna just double shuffle just in case. I'm pretty sure I pre-shuffled it, but to be on the safe side. What is Sagittarius? Can you please let me know? Oh, well, we have several cards dropped. Okay. This is here again. So this is here again. Wow. Something is wrong. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to have to choose if you're in a social setting with someone. But why? You want to start something passionate, though. I need even more clarification. Sag, you really have me stumped here. Like, what's going on? Is there, like, a conflict with your friends? I don't see, like, a worldview. I mean, I might have thought that maybe, you know, there's so much going on in the world that there'd be conflict. But, Alright. Since I already know these cards, I'm going to say this is just telling me more of the same. So, I'm going to ask for more. See, this is also a 3, and this has to do with wanting to be able to consult your friends. This has to do with not wanting to get involved with everything that's going on outside. You want, okay, so you don't want a social, you want to, okay, I'm starting to see something. I'm starting to see something is coming clear to me. I think that in this particular case, you feel actually more comfortable one-on-one with your person as opposed to meeting with friends. Consulting with friends is something that you can in terms for projects and whatnot, but in terms of celebration and hanging out, you're not as keen. You'd rather not deal with things that are happening, and I think in this setting you'll be forced to, and I think you don't want that. That's just like, ugh. Okay. Now, this is, you have a couple love. You want to bring love to this situation. But what's the false mask? Let me see if I can see what's going on here. I don't know. Hang on. Let me shuffle again, and I'm going to put these cards back in just so they have a chance to pop out again if they want to. Okay. What is it that, Sag, what is it that you're, I mean, I can see you're trying to avoid this toxic situation with multiple people. But you see, yeah, because the queen is going to have more intimacy with a direct one-on-one situation to avoid a toxic situation. Okay. All right. So we've got all this figured out, but then the moon and the death card. Let's see. Yeah, let me see. Oh, you got this card again, so I'm going to say that this is a very key card. So you want to start something passionate. And excuse me. Some tea. Wow, Sag, you really have me stumped here. I mean, it's actually pretty interesting. I mean, I do like these things because it makes the reading more interesting, but sometimes it's a real puzzle, you know, and I'm like trying to sense the complexity of it. It's not a story that that gets told every day. I think, well, first of all, I think this is the strongest card to tell us about this, because I've been trying to figure out what's going on with that, and then we'll get back to this. You want to have start a cup of love with this person. If the ace is still in the middle, and if this is up here, then okay, the dynamic that you've had, that you want to get to this place, right? But you need to take action, some type of passionate action. So that's the transforming energy from this. Okay, you haven't been talking. You haven't been talking, and that you want to talk. And this Seven of Wands suggests to me that you don't want to, well, you're kind of, oh, maybe. Excuse me. Wow. Oh no, I have itchy throat. I'm not sick or anything. Don't worry. I'm just, it's late at night. I'm probably getting dehydrated. So, yeah, I think that you're worried that you'll end up in a fight if you get engaged in these situations. So you'd rather let not do anything about it, but you do want to eventually get to a point where you want to get past this this lack of clarity, these masks that perhaps you both are wearing. You want to transform the situation from what it is to start with something passionate. You do want union. You do want to offer a cup of love to your person. It's just way complicated, and I think you're just here. Your overall energy is the King of Wands. Yeah, so you don't need interaction with anyone for the most part, but you do want this. And this is a weekly reading, so this is weighing on you a lot. I think that you want to take action, but I'm not seeing the card here that you're taking action quite yet. But you do foresee victory, and you do foresee that. Okay, this is going to be interesting because I got to move all this over. See, I don't crumble up the reading, and I don't reshuffle and for your person's reading. What I do is I use a different deck, but I first needed to figure out what was going on with you, Sag. That was probably the most complex reading I've done in terms of where the person I'm reading for is at. Now, there could be other variations there, but I am sensing that you kind of want to steer clear of some situations, and you know that you're going to have to, if you want to connect with your person, it's going to have to be one-on-one, and you do want to get it started, but for right now, you're going to have to... Oh, I already had this pre-shuffled. But anyways, I just was talking away. So let's see what your person is thinking. Because, let me tell you. I'm thinking this is coming to a head. Whatever the situation is, it's coming to a head. And your overall energy. Since I'm so far off the edge here, I'm just going to put your overall energy here. All right. So your person is a Page of Cups. They're wanting to start something, but from a loving position, but there's not a lot to offer but emotion. This is how they're seeing themselves, anyways. I think they feel a little inadequate for you. Maybe that you they might be thinking you're too good for them or something, and this isn't quite enough. That's you, Sag. So they definitely... Okay, well, either way, they see you as a very Sagittarian to start with, but also that you're someone who likes to stay moderate. Maybe a lot of the things that we were talking about, all those cards I moved over there, is just way too much drama for you, and they know it. They don't know if you are interested enough for them not to engage with all the whatever's going on with friends and whatnot. But okay, you're also... Your person's also a Page of Swords. That means that they're looking at communications with you from a like this non-jaded place, wanting to start fresh with, let's just start from the beginning. So, whatever happened in the past or in a past life, whichever the case may be, your person just wants to get on a footing with you. That's that moderate place. I think that, maybe they're all over the place like that because they're maybe, whatever it is that's putting you in this confusing energy, probably they're confused too. So they can't be very happy without you if you're their person. So I think that they feel heartbroken by you for some reason. I think that they're trying to salvage what they can, knowing that looks like they're looking back on what they have to leave behind. They don't want to. They saw something really stable with you, or they do. But look, see, I don't have cards that always interact with each other so clearly, but in this case it is. Your person just is looking at what could have been. And see, there's 4 wands, right? And here there's just 2 swords being left, so they're leaving pieces of themselves in the wake. They have such regrets that keeps them up at night. They don't see you being vulnerable with them anymore. But what's crazy is that they feel like if you could get past whatever this crazy situation is, I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but if somehow you can overcome, if somehow the obstacles could be traversed and gotten through, whatever the case may be, that at your core you really belong together. But like you, your person's tired of the fight. There's something that I don't even know. It's not even fighting with you. Look at all these things. I think that they're just exhausted fighting people. You know, you know, I think they believe so much in this. They believe in you so much that I think they're fighting there's just obstacle after obstacle, and they just fight because they want to get to you. Because it matters that much. It breaks their heart. But all they're holding is a couple of swords. Look, swords they left behind too. So, alright, well, let's see what I hope that this turns out. But no, this is a weekly reading, so keep in mind that, if this does seem a little darker than usual, try not to let it get to you, because this sometimes you have to go through the darkness to get to the light. So you remember that your person did see, right? Remember these cards? Victory and union, okay? So I'll leave him here just to remind you that this is not, all is not lost. It's just, there's a confusing morass, but I think you both do want, something together. I think you do both see the potential, but yeah, they're just, it looks like life never is just not giving you a fair shake, but you guys are going to find your fair shake. Okay. Let your friends help you. Oh boy, that looks complicated, because you did, it was only the social gathering situation that was the problem. You don't want to get together, but I think in quiet conversation with friends, maybe that's why it's fine. Okay. Reconciliation. See, this is this is a soulmate kind of story here, and there is going to be a reconciliation, see, but um, it's just that, it's just that, oh man, huh? Let me put this over here. Is enough room here? Yeah, I think so. I'm just making room here because I'm trying to get the full story, and sometimes when I see cards together, I can get a better idea. And you know how you're going to get there? I'll tell you right now. And I think you're both going to be in agreement with that. That's the key. Now, how do you get to, if you're not going to do it in a social gathering though, you're going to have to figure out a way one-on-one to get to a playful energy. So my thoughts are that you will get there. It's just going to take something to get there. Okay, wow, this is a interesting one. Huh. This is not what I was expecting at all. I have my own deck of cards where I have a bunch of responses from your person. Your person actually, well, Sag, they hope you're marriage material or someone to share their life with, or a true trustworthy friend. But they know they're taking a big risk to try. So, I mean, honestly, look, they're going through a lot to try to get to that with you. To get to that, you know, I don't think that they're set on a particular course with you as long as it's a worthwhile road. But it's still a risk, and whatever's going on within your social group, there's something serious going on, is what I think. I can't wait to see what happens next week. Anyway, Sag, I hope after all that you can still hit like and subscribe. I am going to stay tuned, though, because I really want to get to the bottom of this. This has got to be one of the most complicated readings I've ever done. And if you have any insight, if you have a story that's somewhat like this, I mean, hopefully this isn't too in depth, or if maybe there is a lot of Sages going through something like this, I'd love to hear from you, because clearly somebody needed to hear this story. All right. Until next time, well, have a good week.